Hi crafters, this is Raquel from Paints and Glitter, and I'm here today with ScrapbookPal, and I'm going to bring along with me some items from PinkFresh Studio to make some cards. So this collection is actually called Keepsakes of the Heart. It has a press plate collection that has the images and sentiments. It has also a set of stamps. So I'm going to read the sentiments to you. It says, "You are treasured. You're the perfect mix of kindness and grace, filled with gratitude for your friendship. Friends are the keepsakes of the heart. And lastly, here's to filling life with beauty and joy." Absolutely darling. And these delicate little stems here that you see will coordinate with the jars that are also part of this collection, so that you can place the little floral elements inside if you like. And those dies there also contain the dies that you can use to cut out the sentiments that you can either stamp or press into your paper. As you see there, also the floral dies will match. And to color these, you can use the matching stencils. So not only do you get a solid stencil for all of your little jars there, for your floral elements, but you also get all of the details. So that way you can very easily color all of your images. So I'm going to create some cards with you today. You can follow along on this tutorial, or if you like to read along, then you can certainly visit the ScrapbookPal blog, but don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and that way you can get lots of inspiration using beautiful products from scrapbookpal.com. To begin, I'm going to take a piece of watercolor card, and using my Betterpress system, I'm actually going to use some low-tack tape to anchor this onto the plate that will be pressing this paper for me. I've gone ahead and used some of the little images here. These are the floral cluster there, and they do come all together like that. And what I'm going to do is use some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and this is watercolor friendly. So I'm going to simply tap this, and you can definitely use the Betterpress ink. I like to use a variety of different inks. I don't find that I dislike any of them. So make sure you have plenty of ink there. But now I'm going to simply place this on top, as you see there, and I'm going to run this through my Spellbinder machine. I can now remove this and see what the results are. And if you see there, I got a really nice crisp image. So I'm going to actually repeat this with the sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the image. So I'm also going to, I've moved it down on my plate, as you can tell. I've left the paper just as it is, and I'm going to simply run this again. I'm now going to remove this, and here is my result. So I did overlap these, as you can tell there, but what I'm going to do is create a layer using this. So I'm not going to be too bothered by that. However, if you were to cut these out, then of course you don't want them to overlap. Okay, so here's my second try. Now over here I have a little bit of ink outside of the images that I'll be using, but I'm not bothered by that because again, I'm going to actually cut these out of the background. I'm now using the Betterpress ink with the sentiments just to show you that you can do either one. That one got a little messy. This is again watercolor card. Okay, so even though my plate looks quite messy, if you see here, it's not too horrible. Here's what those sentiments all look like once they've been cut out using the matching dies, and I'll also be using some of the pretty little gems that are available in several colors from PinkFresh Studio. Next, I'm also going to take advantage of the matching stencils. There are a total of 6, 2 for the jars and 4 for the floral elements. And as you see here, I'm taking some ink from PinkFresh Studio, and if you want to have the entire list of the inks that I have used, please stop over to the blog post where I have everything listed, All of the supplies will be there for you, and if you'd like to, you can also take advantage of the description bar of this video for the links to get any of these items. But here what I'm doing is I'm using a lighter pink and then a darker pink, and now I'm moving a little bit faster. But what I wanted to share with you is that you can choose to blend the number of colors that you desire onto these images. I do recommend that you start off with a lighter color, as I have done here. For instance, I started off with the sage green and then moved on to the eucalyptus green, and I did the same with the florals, but you're going to see that the different stencils allow you to do this separately, so you don't have to do it all in one shot. I was doing it like this because I wanted a very graduated color combination. But you will be able to see here in a moment that once I take off that stencil, I have a really beautiful result, and the remaining stencils will allow me to keep adding details, keep adding different colors. And here is the next one. So if you see here, it actually blocks out a part of the greenery, and then you can continue on with the shade of choice to either make the rest of the leaves darker or lighter, or you could even pick a third color that is not necessarily a green. In this case, I did pick a lighter color. This is called pear green. It did give a little bit more of a highlight, and then this stencil here is only for the flowers, so it is meant to darken the little portions there to make that flower look even more realistic. So there is the result. Here I'm going to show it to you again, so you get to see this is the larger one of the stencils, and here are the greens that I'm applying, starting again with that pear color, and it's called fresh pear actually. So that's more of a yellow green, and it's super light. So I wanted you to be able to see the gradation and color. And this is the sage, and this is just a secondary color here. Again, you could do these with the choices of colors that you prefer. So for instance, you could do all these in blues, you could do it in oranges. I think it's a phenomenal set because you could use it for different seasons. So depending on the colors that you choose and the sentiments, of course you could send this out as a fall card, winter, it doesn't really matter because florals I think are universal, and that's what I think is a great value about this set. So this is the eucalyptus green, and it is a gorgeous color combination. I really like the inks from PinkFresh Studio because of their vibrancy. They just have these fresh colors, and when you apply them with these brushes, you do get a very soft finish. They don't look blotchy, and they look like they just have been there forever. So if you know about painting, then I think you understand the blendability of a color is just what adds really good value to the types of inks that you have. And these are very much on my top, on the list of the top supplies that I really enjoy using. So let's move on to the jars. These are super fun. So as you see, I've switched out my brush. I'm using a larger one from PinkFresh Studio. And just as I was describing the blendability of the color with the smaller brushes, when you use the larger ones, it's as if you are blending say face makeup. It's so soft, and I really love the result of this. So I've used two different blues. Again, these will be listed on the blog post, so if you really want to get your hands on these inks and start seeing the different combinations that you can make, head on over and you'll be able to see the names of all of them up close. But here is the second stencil that's available for the jars. Now mind you, these all come in one pack, and these have the beautiful details. Now I wanted these jars to look like sea glass, and that's why I've gone for these teal colors. And because this second stencil has the smaller details, I did switch it over to a smaller brush just to make it easier for application, and that way you can really get into all the nooks and crannies of these stencils and get that really beautiful detail. on my personal channel, I do have a second video sharing how I use the two jars that you won't see in this video. So for this card, I'm going to be using the rounded jar with the rose center. I'm not going to be using the little tops just because I will be placing florals inside of them, but you could certainly leave them as they are once you cut them out. And look at how pretty they are. I did go back just to add a little bit more color to those little caps should I choose to use them. And of course here you could add a third color, you could add shimmer. I mean, you could make these in so many different ways, but I'm very, very pleased with the results. There are matching dies to all of these elements, and it makes it super easy to craft with them because you know that they're going to fit perfectly, and the same way that the stencils were organized, the dies are, so there's no guessing in how they're going to look when they're cut out. So now let's assemble our card. What I've done is that I've used a frame die from PinkFresh Studio called Dotted Fancy Frames. I've used a base that's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches folded as a top folding card, and then a rectangular piece of card to place on top that is in a teal color. So as you can tell, I cut one frame out of that beautiful yellow card, and here is the paper that I colored in the beginning of the video with you. And now that is going to be my first layer on this card. I think it looks so darling. And now I'm placing the little jar on the bottom right hand side. However, I'm going to plan out my sentiment first. So I chose the one that says friends are the keepsakes of the heart. That is going on top of a label that's also cut out of the same dotted fancy frames, doubled up with the yellow card, and now I'm using dimensional adhesive that you can get from ScrapbookPal, and I'll be placing this behind some of the blooms behind the jar. And what's really neat about these little pop-up adhesive squares is that they come in different sizes. You can even cut them down if you want them to be even smaller, but I really like that there are two different sizes in one package. I tried to get the one that has both, and the way that you'll know is by the description. So first I'm placing the sentiment because I know where I want it to go, but I didn't take away the little sticky covers. So I'm going to place that little jar on that corner. And I love the size of this for a card, but of course, if you prefer the taller little jars or bottles, I should say, then of course you have two other options. You can use the one that's a little more rectangular or the one that's just straight and skinny. I think they're so pretty, but what I did here is that I used some tweezers to just grab a hold of that paper very gently, and the little stems there will fit as if they belong right into that little bottle. The second one I'm laying right on top, and this is just to give it a little bit more depth, but you may notice that the leaves that I painted there or colored are a little bit lighter, so that way it allows this image to pop a little bit more from the background. And then I did cut down one of the stems so that it could have a different height, and that will fit right on the front. Now before I stick that down completely, I'm going to double check on where I want that sentiment. And I do like to double up the adhesive whenever I use a foam adhesive, so I am using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive for this. It's also available at ScrapbookPal, and it is my favorite adhesive of all. It's nice and strong, but it does give you a moment to switch things around sometimes if you need to. And lastly, I'm just dotting this here and there so that I can add these gorgeous little gems. Now these are called pixie dust. Now some of them are a little bit more on the golden side, and others have a hint of lavender with gold and pink. They're really beautiful. So I think these are great for either summer or fall. I don't think you can go wrong, but if you are a gem girl like me, if you like glimmer and shine, these are available in an entire rainbow of colors, so be sure to check those out and get the ones that match your project the best. The very last step of this particular card will be the glitter gloss. This is available from an Aqua brush pen that is made by Nuvo, and all I'm doing is touching up those little blooms to add some very gentle and pretty glimmer right on top. So this is colorless. You can use it on top of any image. It is water based, so be mindful of that if you're applying it onto any ink that might run. But this is the end of this tutorial. So here are my results with these beautiful supplies. I am so thrilled to have been able to work with these. So thank you so much, ScrapbookPal, for trusting me with these products to share with my friends. And I wanted to let you know that on my channel I have another video where you can watch me create these other cards as well. So as you can see, they're very clean and simple. Super easy to put together. All of the supplies are the same with the exclusion of, I think, these little gems here. So these are the champagne color drops from PinkFresh Studio, and I call them drops, but yeah, they are clear drops. So the other thing was that I used acetate and vellum, but other than that, everything else was the same. And I will have all of the description. Don't forget to stop by the blog for ScrapbookPal, where I will also have picture tutorials sharing all of the elements that I've used here today. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Don't forget to subscribe to ScrapbookPal.com and watch all of the other videos for further inspiration, as well as the blog posts. And if you want to check out the giveaway for this month, I think you'll be very pleased. So don't forget to do that as well, and feel free to enter and let me know your thoughts on these items. I think they're gorgeous. So I hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.